Hey guys, we're out here off Omaha in New Zealand. Today I'm with Wes Braddock from Glowbite Lures. What are we going to do today, Wes?
Well, the plan is to head out to around 50 to 60 metres, where we've got snapper holding on the bottom, and they're waiting for workup action.
Okay.
And so we've been keeping our eyes on the gannets as well, and we're looking for them dive bombing the water, and that's a sure sign that there'll be snapper underneath.
Underneath it, okay. So, and we're going to use some Kabura style lures, your grumpy fish range, is
That's
that
the
right?
one, that's the one, yeah, so the Glowbite grumpy fish, yeah.
Excellent, all right, well let's get into it, let's see how we go.
Yeah, okay, so as we were saying, I think earlier, this is a roto-moulded plastic boat. So they've made the original hull out of aluminium and then taken moulds off it to make a boat that can pop out pretty quick, and it is nice and warm, and it's actually filled with foam. So it's unsinkable. And it's got scuppers on the back here, so if we're kind of heading with the seas kind of coming in beam on at the moment, so if we did take a wave over the side, this is going to drain straight out the back. So it's part of my being confident to come out here in fairly strong wind today in a little 4.5 metre boat. It's just the way it's been designed is gives you a lot of confidence, eh?
What's the name of the company?
So they're called Fatcat.
Fatcats.
Fatcats, yeah.
What are we doing now? We're chasing up looking for some birds.
Yeah, we've just seen the birds, the gannets are starting to stack up down what was about 1 kilometre south of us. So we're just chugging down there slowly, and we're seeing the odd one dive, so that's a really good sign, because when you get a workup like that happening, the snapper will be coming up to feed on the little bits of broken up bait fish that come raining down. It's great to have you out here today, Paul. Just out and giving you a bit of a chance to experience New Zealand Hauraki Gulf fishing. And unfortunately we're about a month early for the workup season, the spring workup season, which is a lot of fun in New Zealand, but hopefully we might get onto something later on this afternoon. So often that involves gannets. I think, do you guys call them boonies or something in Australia? I don't know. Showing us where the fish are just by diving on the bait. Do you call them gannets? Okay. And and so that's the indicator, and there'll be kahawai, sometimes there'll be dolphins or even whales on the surface, but then down underneath that is often big snapper as well, right through the water column and right down hard on the bottom. And so one of the things that we tend to use in New Zealand a lot is your good old Kabura slider type lures, and these are Glowbite ones, so a little bit different because you've got a flashing light, and that white looks like an eye there is actually a light, and it's water activated. And so when that thing's flashing under the water, especially down deep, we're in nearly 50 metres here, that's a dinner gong to fish. It looks like a stress bait fish reflecting the light, and it's enough to make them come zooming in to have a look. So that's what we'll be proving today, giving those a go. And then if that's not enough to attract the fish, we can get some of our Procure gel, our fish scent, and jam it in there. We've got a little bottle, actually I'll grab it out and show it to you. So if the fishing's really hard, which it might be because the moon phase is not that good, and it's not bite time or anything at the moment, then we can put something like this. It's got a little square nozzle on it, and we can jam it into the lure there and fill up the little cavity in there. And then we've got a scent trail going out behind our lure as well. So just happened to already have one rigged, so there we are. There's a what we call the Glowbite grumpy fish is what it's called.
Excellent.
Yeah.
We're
So
going to try it out.
we'll try it out, yeah. So I'll talk you through how I use these things if you like. And that is basically drop it all the way to the bottom. And because we're not over any structure, you're not going to hook up on anything on the way down, but quite often a fish will chase it down. And so when it gets to the bottom, I often move it very slowly at first, just in case the fish is just watching it and waiting for it to move, and then they'll come in and grab it. And then my next kind of thing is to spend the next few minutes actually bouncing it off the bottom.
Yeah, well,
Little puffs of sand coming up.
On the sounder right now, there's a hell of a lot of fish coming through, so
Yeah.
I think we might be able to catch some.
See what we get onto.
Look at that. Any bites?
No bites as yet. Once I'm done with bouncing it off the bottom, then I tend to just really slow little winds. The big thing with, as you probably know, with fishing Kaburas is don't strike, because you want it to just look like a little squid or something just making its way really slowly. That's enough for the fish to come in and have a go. Well, there we go, yep. And then even then I haven't struck, but I'm just applying a little bit of pressure. And that's enough to, doesn't feel like a very big fish, but there's something there. Yeah, because you don't want to pull the lure away from the fish. You just want him to hang himself on a hook. I might even swap sides, and come out around that side. No, it doesn't feel like a particularly big fish, but it's nice to get one on the board anyway. I'm fishing with just 10-pound braid, just because it's really thin. So it's cuts through the water column. We're actually in 55 metres here.
Bait caster type.
Yeah, I like the bait caster reel just because you can drop it so quickly, and you do quite often get hit on the drop too. So you've got that ability to intercept the fish on the way down.
Alright, here he comes.
There we go. Oh yeah, he's a reasonable sized snapper, not massive, but I'll just grab the net down there beside you. Because they're only little 2-bar hooks, a net's a good idea.
Yeah.
So not
Fall out.
in the net there. I'm probably going to let this one go actually. It's a little bit on small side. But,
Great.
so we'll let him go and get bigger, fella.
I believe that actually caught a little snapper. Didn't even
Nice,
know he was
come
on
around
it.
as a lot.
He was a bit dormant. He's half dead.
He's been hanging on there for ages going, come on, don't ignore me.
Almost legal, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Nice little hooks.
Remember our thoughts about cooking up fish and chips on the way home, so...
Oh, you better get some, hey?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good decent one, isn't it?
I'll just totally take my time, because there's no structure, I'm not going to break you off. So, a bit of boogie, that guy.
There's dinner, hopefully.
Excellent. Last thing we want to do is come out here and get skunked. Do you see him just playing with it for,
Yeah, have a few little hits.
Goes, eh?
They have a bit of a gobble, I think.
Yeah. And I reckon the key thing in that situation is just don't pull it away from him. Just let him play with it until he hooks himself.
Oh, yes.
Healthy rod and reel combo, we quite like it. So there we go, see a bit of colour down there now. There we go. Reasonable fish.
That looks like a good size.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Be in the 50s, possibly.
Yeah.
The 50s, maybe?
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
You might have to
Bring them round and
grab the net, hey?
yeah, I'll grab them.
Stop shooting. Can't really help you there.
Well, no, I prefer to net myself, then I've only got one person to blame.
Oh, I just got a nice bite myself. Ah, that's nice. Spin around.
There's no way he was going to get free, was there?
Oh,
Both hooks in his gob.
beautiful. Grumpy fish.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Nice New Zealand snapper on the grumpy fish.
Yeah. Well hooked. Definitely coming home for tea.
Oh, I think I'm on. Oh. Said just take your time, as you said, there's no structure to worry about. So out here. Oh no!
Has he dropped it again?
He dropped it.
I think you're piercing their lips today. Because they're real gentle little takes.
I might just loosen the drag a bit.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, if he's not running with any string at all, then definitely do that.
Oh,
Yeah. Ah.
oh yeah, live and learn. Could be about the same as the last one or bigger.
Oh, it might be a little bit bigger. Funny, eh? Well, we just had all those inquiries and nothing wants to stick because patience pays off. As you say, it's quite dark now, so that little flashing light will really stand out.
Rainbow above your head there too.
Yeah, like it, yeah.
Lucky so far. Hey, I think I'm on.
Oh, you're on too?
Yeah, I'm on. I'll put this down, hey?
Yep. I'll close my fix. Double hooker.
That's huge.
Okay, too bad. Okay, nice fish.
There we go.
Yeah. That's a nice eating snapper, eh? Got a good, reasonably thick fillets on them and nice and sweet. Fish. There we go. Nice.
About the same.
Yep.
About the same as the last one, hey?
Well
A
done.
little bit bigger.
That worked, yeah.
I'll just try and top it up.
Yeah, excellent. Very nice.
Middle one. Probably at that sort of 38 again, eh?
Yeah, yeah. Not a nice eating fish.
Take him.
It's rude not to, I reckon.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably legal.
You need it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My dad's very partial to snapper, so we'll
Oh, yeah.
happily take it home.
It's getting very dark. One more for the bin, the chili bin.
Nice.
Snapper on the Glowbite, and you can see the little flashing lights. They hit the water, they flash, and that's what's in this dark. I think it's attracting the fish to the lures. That's it for today. I think we better head back because it's really getting very dark. I think we better get back.
Like I say, I've been putting it off. I'm not looking forward to getting bashed up, soaked on the way
It
home.
looks like it's actually dropping off a bit.
Yeah, you were saying you thought it might. You might be right too.
Yeah, there's no white caps now, so. All right,
True.
you better get going.
Yeah.
All right, what do you do after you catch some fish?
Oh,
Wes?
mate, it's too easy. We do it the Cheats way, eh? So don't want to take it home and get messy. We just come into the local fish and chip shop,
Yeah, that'll do.
gave them the fillets.
And what are we going to have with it? Chips and what would you call them?
Kumra.
Kumra
Kumra chips. Yeah, so that's
sweet potato.
Sweet potatoes.
Very
yeah,
nice.
Yeah,
Very
so,
nice.
yeah.
So 2 nice snapper fillets coming right up. That's a little bit of batter.
Yep. So normally one of those is $9. What do we get them battered? That was one fillet that they've divided in half for us. And we got the chips as well for $20. That's right.
Not bad. Bad way in the day. Yeah, thanks very much, Wes. See you when I'm back in Australia.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you in about 10 days' time.
Alrighty, thank you. See ya.
Good stuff.
Bye.
See ya.